Hey guys, welcome back to Psychic Celluloid Signals.
Hey, we're here at the Dryden to see The Phantom Carriage, a silent horror film.
Oh yeah. So what do you know about it, Glenn? I don't know much anything about it.
Other than that, it's silent, and it was made in the 20s.
And it's it's a foreign film.
Foreign film, yep. Other than that, nothing much.
All right. So we don't know much anything about it. I don't know how many of you guys know anything about it, but I think it's probably fair to say it's a pretty obscure film.
Yeah, though Criterion does have a release of it.
Yeah, it's well respected
In the circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without further further waiting, let's go check that out and see how good it is. Hey guys, we just checked out
The Phantom Carriage.
And what did you think?
It was awesome.
Yes.
It was really good.
I definitely agree. I think one thing worth noting is the special effects in this film.
Definitely.
The film came out in, what did they say, 1921?
Yes. It first started in like 1919, right? That's when they acquired the rights to do it.
Yeah, that's when they like started working on.
It took a whole year
film.
in post, something like that.
Yeah, and that kind of gives you an idea of how much they put into the special effects, and it definitely paid off. Especially like it just the Phantom Carriage itself, and
it's spooky.
Yeah, it's creepy, and it's looks really like ghosty.
It does. And even the horse, although the horse isn't a skeleton, the whatever's draped around or whatever, from far away it looks like a skeleton.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, and even close up, even though you can tell it isn't, there's still something very ominous about it. It's like a black horse.
Yeah.
Or at least a dark horse. It's hard to tell. It's a black and white film.
Black horse in a black and white film.
Right. It's whatever. But it's
At least they didn't pick a white horse. Well, even still.
That would be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But and the acting too, especially from the leading man, who I believe was also the director. They said, is that?
They said that
the intro.
The director did a lot of his lead roles. I can't remember if he did this one, but
right. Either way, the guy who played the lead, the man who in the film is who has to at the end repent for all his sins, who basically causes all the events in the film, all the tragic events and things that almost happened that would have been tragic. He was very compelling, and at his point when he is like breaking down on the ground in front of this dying woman's bed, you really feel it, and the whole audience was silent. It was like a pin would drop, and you would hear it.
Definitely, it had a very and people who've seen this probably would agree. And I think I don't know if he mentioned it. Somewhere mentioned. I don't know if it was in their little synopsis or what have you, but it has a very like Dickinson-esque.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I kept thinking that the entire time. It's based off of a piece of written work. I don't know if it's an actual novel or a short story, but it's by a Swedish author who was apparently very well known in her time. And she was a feminist. She sounded really cool. And it's somewhat hard to find her books, but apparently here at the Eastman, where they gave this wonderful screening, shout out to the Eastman, they did an amazing job. It was a fully restorated print.
Oh yeah, brand new. The guy who gave an introduction was amazing, really knowledgeable, very passionate. He also played the piano. Quite well.
The score, yeah, it was right on par. Where was I going with this?
He said they got some of her books available here.
Yeah, but before that though. Sorry, we're really tired.
Yeah.
About the. But yeah, Dickens. I wouldn't be surprised if the author was influenced by like A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Or one of those like especially A Christmas Carol, one of those other very prominent cautionary tales, as most ghost stories are. It was very reminiscent of that. The man who was playing the piano, introduced the film, contested its status as a horror film, and while I would disagree with him, I do understand where he's coming from. It's, especially in today's standards, it's not overtly scary.
No.
But it is chilling and eerie, and it's one of those things where horror is very much in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
I personally would consider it a horror film, but a very soft horror film. It definitely gets under your skin, and it makes you think about your mortality and the things that you've done wrong. And it's just a great film.
It was very, I felt it was very spooky would be a good word
spooky.
for it.
Yeah. It's definitely spooky. Yeah. Eerie.
Yeah.
Any of those adjectives.
Yeah. It's that feeling that you get when you go into a graveyard in the middle of the night and there's no one there, but you hear a noise off in the distance.
Right. Or uncanny or sublime. Look up
Yeah.
Sublime. It's actually really, believe it or not, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, actually, there's a really great. A lot of the film revolves in a graveyard, and there's a really great graveyard scene, in particular, where the story really starts to take form, where the lead character is telling these two other vagrants a ghost story of how the last person to die before the end of the year on New Year's Eve is the one who has to take over as the Reaper of Souls for death in the next year. And that's really spooky. It's really I just love it. It gives me the chills. The cemetery, and I thought it was, the sets were, to add to that, were gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely a gem. You can see why Criterion would have released it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was really impressed just what they were able to achieve in 1919.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So.
And again, thank you to the Eastman House and the Dryden Theater for allowing us to see this film, and it was a wonderful screening, and I highly recommend that if you're ever in the Rochester area, you look up the Dryden Theater and see what's playing and go see a film, because
Definitely.
they do a great job. And in the next few weeks, we'll be coming out with 2 more reviews of films they're going to be showing, namely Eraserhead, and I believe it's David Lynch, The Art Life.
Yeah.
So look for those.
Yeah, and I think that about wraps it up.
Yep. Oh, and one other thing. As many of you viewers know, I write for a website called morbidlybeautiful.com. My column is Simply Strange Musings, and I write under the pen name Glenn Strange, and I'll be writing up a review for this screening as well as the next 2 screenings as well.
And he also did a little piece on our interactions with Paul Prince, who he also recently did a video on his film Black Satin Sands. So check that out as well. And with that, I'd say keep it psychic and keep it real.
Yeah.
See ya.